Hey dudes and chicks and neither, if those rules don't apply to you, welcome to Makeup for Lost Time. My name is Katie. Today I'm just going to be shooting the shit and using a bunch of different shit. So if you guys want to see some of my shit and me using my shit and talking shit, then just hang out. Okay, so I'm not wearing any foundation today because I think I look good without it. My skin feels great. I just put on some of the ColourPop hyaluronic primer and I was going to put it on, and then I just decided I really like the way my skin looks right now. So I'm just going to leave it, but I did want to get a chance to use my, I ended up getting the Clown Blush Palette, which is old news, but I haven't used it yet. So I'm going to use the color Carousel, and I'm just going to dip in super lightly because this shit is pigmented. So I'm just like taking my brush and like barely tapping on that and like tapping it off and like starting up here. Ironically, I don't want to look like a clown, so. Not today anyway. I'll have plenty of opportunities to make myself look like a clown during the day, no doubt. I'm glad I put that primer on, otherwise it's probably, I don't know. I keep my skin pretty moisturized, so things usually stick pretty well, but it won't last through the day. Maybe it will. I'm just reaching now, making assumptions. Careful, clowny. So I've been making 3 looks videos. I have one done and I'm editing it, and I have one that has one more look left to do, and I just felt like wearing a different color. So as I've said before, 3 looks can be somewhat stifling in a lot of respects. I switched up my style of doing the 3 looks, and now I didn't talk at all. It's gonna be all voiceover, and I'm like, this is gonna be boring as fuck. So I'm gonna upload them anyways, and you guys let me know what you think. Should I keep the voiceover? Do you guys mind sitting through voiceover? It's really just like high speed, like doing the looks. It just seemed a little boring to me. I'm gonna use the Glamlite Cake Palette, and I'm gonna use the color Raspberry because it matches my shirt. Oh, I haven't primed my eyes yet. Let me do that. I'm going to use the ABH primer. And my P. Louise brush that came with the black base. This isn't the most precise brush that I use, but I'm just grabbed it. A little quickie poo. So I've had so much makeup in my mask that it's just getting on my nerves. This is a little more primer than I usually get on the bottom, by the way. I'm just going in with my Spectrum C06, and I'm just gonna blend this out, blend this out. And then I'm just gonna tap this to get all the excess. Somebody at school yesterday was like, did I see you doing your makeup with both hands? And I was like, yeah. A lot of people comment on that, actually. I pointed it out in like my first video because it's so unusual. I can't do my makeup like this very well. So I feel like I do it because I don't have a choice, but I blend better with my wrong hand. It seems like my blend always seems a lot better when I use my right hand. And I've said this before, I think it's because I have a lighter touch, but I don't have a shit ton of time, but I've been wanting to do a get ready with me because I don't know, those are my favorite videos to do. I wish they could all be get ready with me's, but the people who watch my videos have been really loyal, and so I'm not trying to fuck you guys over with a 45-minute video every time I film. I do want to upload this before I do my 3 looks because I want you guys to know that I already know that the voiceover really just takes the piss out of the video, so okay. I'm just going to use my ABH Black in Noir. I bought this a long time ago because Stacey Marie, I read an interview that Stacey Marie only uses ABH Black. And honestly, it's kind of less opaque, it seems to me. I'm going to use my AOA E130, and I'm just going to kind of put some black in the corners here. So this is a really dense brush, and I don't recommend this, but all my brushes are dirty. And I mean all of them, motherfuckers. I'm just so busy, I can't. I don't know if this is gonna work. This is too dense. I'm just using a patting motion so that I can blend it out with this dense brush. Yeah, pulling with this brush is like stupid. It was a stupid move. And here I am doing it again. I'm gonna use this Kaleidos S3, and I'm just gonna use that to blend this a little bit. You guys are gonna like what I do. It's gonna be good. Okay. That'll work. Now I'm gonna go in with my Wayne Goss number 17, and now I'm gonna go into the Glamlite Cake Palette, and I'm gonna use the color Raspberry. And I'm just going 50% on and 50% off, and then taking it all the way into the inner corner. I have palette overwhelm. I woke up this morning and I was like, oh my god, what palette should I use? And I spent more time looking at palettes than I have getting ready or anything. And so I just was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do a look and not spend a bunch of time doing the makeup part and just do my eyeshadow. Yeah, that brush is not gonna work for... No, that brush is working just fine. I'm going to go back in with my Kaleidos S3, and I'm going to go back into the black, and I'm just going to, because this creasing is no bueno. I kind of like it when I run out of brushes, because then I get opportunities to use the brushes that I never knew I liked for certain things. When you're desperate, you know, you'll do anything. When you're desperate, you'll grab any motherfucking thing. Speaking of, okay, I got a Tinder. I got on Tinder, and this whole time I've thought that it was going to be a really big deal. Like, I was like making this huge, like, giant like commitment, but it's really not that big of a deal. You just like text some motherfuckers if you want to, and if you don't, you just ignore them, and sometimes they ignore you and you're like, okay, that's good. And then sometimes you're like on Tinder like till 10:30, which is like, whoa, past my bedtime. So anyway, last night I was actually looking at the Stacey Marie Carnival palette, and I know you guys aren't gonna get this, but it actually made me horny. And so in a moment of vulnerability, I totally got on Tinder and I like messaged this guy because I was looking at the Stacey Marie palette and it was making me horny. I am so confused. Super funny. Anyway, I better start working on the other eye or else... Should have used the black in the Be Perfect palette, but oh my god, that new Carnival palette. I like looked on, you know, I have a really good eye for color, and so I looked on Instagram and somebody had posted a post, and honestly I saw the palette and I thought, is there a lot of repeats in that? So I'm really glad that this person did it. I don't remember who it was, posted in her Instagram stories like all the shades that look like repeats in the new Be Perfect palette with Stacey Marie. But as I was looking at the shadows, I just think there's subtle differences, and you guys know I really like subtle differences. Like, I hear a lot of people talk about how they can get the same kind of look from this palette or that, or like, you know, like duping palettes. I think that's cool, but like I appreciate subtle differences in color. And so like a look that might look the same to you has enough variety for me to be okay with it. I just think that there's like enough variation in that palette for it to be like so worth it. I am so excited about that palette that it actually made me horny. Yeah, I just ended up, he didn't message me back, so I just ended up eating some noodles to like satiate that lust. They were pretty satisfying, like maybe more satisfying than a message. But maybe not, you never know. I don't know why I did it. I feel like I've just been so restless lately since the coronavirus, and am I gonna look like a fucking lunatic, dudes? Is today the first day nobody's gonna compliment me on my makeup? What the fuck? Do I look crazy? Shoot. I mean, I am crazy, but I try to fucking keep it on the down low. Every time I film videos, I like end up looking over, not every time, but a fucking lot. I'm using that Beely. I honestly stopped like labeling my brushes just because it's like when I'm in a hurry to edit, it's just so much easier for me. So let me know if you guys are okay with that. Like sometimes, like I still want to label my brushes because one of the things that was like important to me when I started my channel was to label the brushes, because I would always, like, I'm a researcher. So when people are talking about brushes, I want to know what brushes they're using. And so it was always really helpful to me, the channels that actually labeled their brushes. So I don't want to be inconsistent, but I also like want to be able to upload content. And right now, because of my school situation, like I haven't been able to upload as often as I want to, and sometimes I'm just in a hurry and I just want to get some shit up. So let me know what you guys think about that. Let's have a conversation about that, because I want to do what you guys like, but I also have to take care of myself and like still take care of my channel. But you guys are my channel, so that's the other thing. Like there's some things I'm not willing to compromise, and if I can't do it, I can't do it. But let me know if those labels are like supremely helpful to you. If they're helpful to one person, I still want to do them. But sometimes I can't, and I just don't want anybody to think like, oh, I don't want anybody to think what the truth is that I'm totally overwhelmed and I'm slipping. Let's all just keep the truth under wraps. And never judge a look before it's done. I'm gonna pull this out so that it looks a little bit more like sleek and sexy rather than like you guys know. So I've got so much black on here that I'm starting to get nervous now. So I'm gonna stop. Lies. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna use my P. Louise cut crease brush, and I'm gonna use my Peaches and Cream glitter primer. And then I'm going to use this little tiny Voldomorphe JH42, and I'm going to use my Peaches pigment, loose pigment, in the color Current Mood. I'll show it to you guys after I put it on. Quite frankly, I'll never buy another loose pigment from anybody except Peaches, just so you guys know. I mean, I guess, okay, I can't say never, but literally, like, these are the best loose pigments ever. Everything else is just like a shadow. Okay, and then I'm going to go back in with the ABH Black. And then I'm going to actually use this Beely brush, and I'm not going to put any additional black on there, but I am going to just kind of line that. And then I'm going to do the same thing to the other eye. I don't even know why I bother using any other brushes for this but the P. Louise brushes. Oh, I know why. because I wait so long to wash my brushes that there's actually like a mud slough in my sink, and I often wonder if I'm going to plug my sink with all the shadow that goes down the drain when I finally clean my brushes. I've actually been pretty good about it for a while, but as I said, you guys remember when I didn't wash my brushes at all. Well, some of you do anyway. So I don't even know what I'm really talking about. I don't even know why I did this. I just have been wanting to do a get ready with me with you guys. And I always think of all this good shit that I want to tell you guys when I'm filming. And then when I sit down, I'm like, And maybe I felt such a strong desire to do it because when I was editing those 3 looks 1 palette videos, they were so fucking lame. I was like, dude, I'm an idiot. This was a bad idea. I hope you guys aren't so bored that you can't even sit through them, because I fucking would be. I find that often my taste is very different from other people's though. So, meaning like I probably don't agree with the general. Like what other people like usually isn't what I like. My favorite movie of all time is Fight Club. And I read in People magazine one time that it was considered the worst Brad Pitt movie of all time. And I literally was like, don't you mean the best? The worst movie of all time. I was like, you guys are fucking idiots. There's no way. Yeah. So in that moment, I was young when I read that. In that moment, I realized I don't agree with anybody. Okay. I like that. There's just like a little denty poo right here. I can't seem to do, but okay. I'm gonna use that Beely again, and I'm just gonna kind of line this up to about right here. Okay, and then I'm going to use a clean brush, probably, yeah, this AOA E127, and I'm actually going to go back into the Glamlite Cake Palette, and I'm just going to barely tap that color Raspberry so I can clean this up a little and make it not look so gray. Just really keeping it up in the, and down here in the place where the black isn't. Black is a dangerous game. What do you guys think about that blend? And I'm just literally like, boop, tapping it. Cleaning this up, and that's actually working. I'm going to use the back side of this ABH dual-ended brush, and I'm going to go into the color Strawberry, and I'm going to use that. And that is a fucking pretty color. I'm going to do that shoot again. I'm going to use my Devinah Willy Wonka Exploder. It looks like this. In my inner corner, and I'm actually going to use a dirty brush because I'm fucking desperate right now. I'm using my Zoeva 230, and I'm going to use that for my inner corner highlight. Pretty. What happens if you spray it? I just tapped my brush on my coffee cup. Oh, bitch, I'm spraying it. I gotta know. Yes. More of that, please. Oh my god, I love this. I'm dragging that up. God dang, dude, that makes me happy. I've never used these yet. I've had them for months. It's disgusting, actually. Man, that looks fucking beautiful. And I'm gonna use my Comet catcher. I have so much makeup I haven't used, guys. It's embarrassing, actually. I don't think this is sticking very well because I don't have any foundation on. Foundation is not a necessity for me. I do like it because like I can't wear like my fake freckles won't stick to my regular skin, or like, you know, there's a lot of things that really won't stick to my bare skin. Like this, for example. I think this looks pretty. I'm going to put on my Inglot Gel liner in black, and then I'm going to come back and show you guys what I'm going to do. How's it look? I think it looks good enough for the guys I date. Man, I really pulled that look together though, huh? Ooh, I look a little witchy. I am a little witchy. And a little bitchy. Okay. God, that looks so cool. I don't even know if I want to do anything to it. What do you guys think? Because what I want to do is I want to use the JD Glow Cosmetics liquid gel liner in the color Executed. Oh, fuck, yes, I do want to use the color Executed. It comes stock with a really good brush, and I'm just going to put that... I need to move my thing closer, so I'm going to move you guys closer, okay? It's a pretty forgiving product, so if you like go outside of the lines, it's not gonna really matter. Before I ordered these, I watched Beauty News, because they were pretty much the only people that had a review on these. They looked very interesting to me, and they said if you use them over the top of a black liner, it won't give you, it's a really great product. And they said it just seemed to wear a little bit better, and they said basically, the product is unique enough to be worth it to go to the trouble. So here's me going to the trouble before school when I do not have time for this shit. Cool. And that was worth it. Pretty. Okay, I'm gonna do my lashes and lipstick, and I'll be back when I'm done. So this is the finished look. I used my Black Moon Cosmetics liquid lip in the color Genie. I ended up going with my Milk Makeup gel liner in black and lining my lids there, and then I used my Bold Face eye wigs in Thrillseeker. I hope you guys love this video. I hope you guys love this look. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you can see every time I upload, because you can't wait to see what happens next. Hang out with me in the comments because I fucking love it. Hit the like button if you like this look, or if you just like my sparkling personality and my boyish charm. Thank you so much for spending your time here with me. You could have been anywhere, but you were here, and I totally appreciate you. Later.